What? It started. And I'll...
Today's show, man, we got a fun one for you guys. I want to talk about the flight fender. We're very excited. They came in the mail, so we're going to talk to you guys about that. Get you guys in the air, flying all around. And of course, I was at the beach, so we're going to do beach riding. Belly's got a complaint about all the groups, and we're going to talk to him about it. He's been talking to you guys about the speed and why everybody's getting so mad. So we'll figure it out why coming up next. It's right here. Strap it on, folks. Voice of Onewheel from Luch Dog in the morning.
Luch Dog in the morning.
Adam Hilliker is strapping it on currently in the social media lounge. I need a shot of tequila because that is what we are sending you in the social media lounge today. Belly, are we pouring them chilled? Are we doing it with the training wheels? What are we doing?
I mean, yeah, we're going to have to do it with training wheels. Not everyone's a fan of tequila, so we're going to have to give them some salt, some lime. So don't worry, I pre-cut those last night, so they're all good to go.
Do we have those blue cheese stuffed olives?
Never.
Never.
Because one, that would be terrible with tequila. And two, blue cheese is terrible.
Yeah, God, no thank you. So thank you for everybody who is joining us. Welcome to the show. Mikey Barnes, producer extraordinaire. Hello, my friend.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Oh, we're so glad to have you. We'll get that cast off you and we're going to get riding. But we'll be careful because it'll probably end up with another cast on another part of your body. Especially if you're riding with me, because I have been riding drunk lately. And I'm just not even going to sugarcoat it. I have been getting a little saucy, and then sending it. God bless America. It feels good. But
He actually tries to attempt bonks and things. He gets the courage.
Yep, I get the liquid courage, but we're going to show you why that's a terrible, terrible / really fun, but still really terrible idea to drink and wheel at the same time. We're going to have a lot of fun with you guys, and let's just get right to it. Belly has a issue that we will get to. We're not going to do it just yet, but can you just tease it with what you said to me before we started the show today?
I want to go fast. I want to go fast. I want to go fast.
And then everybody goes, bah! So we'll discuss, because I know anytime you say the words that rhyme with Bo's kniving, you get in trouble around here. Believe me. You mention nosedives, and you are fucked.
All right, and Tom Feed. You got top...
Tom Feed, yeah, top speed, good. It's true, man. Anytime you see any of these people mentioning their top speeds on the leaderboards, the group gets split right down the middle. It's very polarizing, and we'll talk about all of that today. I'm not going to do a segment on, well, this is why you nosedive. I'm not doing that, okay? What we're going to do is talk about why speed makes the group go one way and the other way. Some people just go, that's amazing, you should keep pushing it. And some people are going, you're going to ruin it for all of us. So we'll nosedive into that conversation in just a little bit.
There you go.
I was at the beach, man. I bit it again. My elbows are screwed, man.
Well, better than the last one.
Belly, you would think so. I was wearing pads and I'm still all eaten up. And what I'm realizing is that I keep first of all, I've never nosedived because of speed, and that we'll talk about a little later in the show. But I gotta be honest with you. I've never nosedived from speed. What I keep biting it really, really badly for is my grass to cement or cement to grass transfers. That's when I lose it, man. It's like you're on the grass, and what I teach the stomp method, the jump method, if you will. Okay, and what that means is if you're gonna transfer onto a different type of terrain, you need to kind of hop. And I'm not sure if I agree with what I'm saying right now. So I mean, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I'm finding that my method is, if I'm not doing it right, really screwing me up. I make sure to give a little bit. Do like can we call it a faux jump? Can we come up with a name of that? You're offloading the board, which is what Maker Mark once said. You're not actually jumping and leaving the board with your feet. You're just taking all of your weight off the board by doing like a little fake jump from your feet to your toes. You're not actually leaving the board.
From the social media lounge, my board nosedived for no reason today. Oh, wait. Sequoia was the reason.
See, exactly. That's a joke. Everybody who doesn't know that joke, Sequoia is the mode you should never ride in. It's for beginners, and honestly, it's a nightmare. So very good, social media lounge. Keep popping off. That, you know what? Buy that person a shot. That's very nice. Now, yeah, I've found that when I want to transfer, if I'm on pavement and I want to transfer onto grass, I will literally give a little bit on the transfer and then stomp when I get to the grass. It's almost like I'm jumping onto the grass. You know how you kind of give a little bit when you jump a curb? You're going to the end of the curb. As you get to the end of the curb, you don't actually leave the board. You just offload. You get your weight off the board. You just come up a little bit. And that allows your board to clear, and the back tail won't smack on the curb. Chris Richardson preaches it like it's his job, and I completely agree. When you offload the board like that, you faux jump, right? Well, that's what I do on the transfer. But if you don't stomp it on the way back down, you faux jump and stomp. You go up and then you stomp. But if you just faux jump and then don't complete the stomp, dude, once your board hits that grass, if it's at all wobbly on the terrain, like my board goes out from under me and I land on my back. I had a backpack on with a bottle of tequila in it. Not good.
Not good.
Like, I'm all cut up. Can you see it?
Kind of.
I'm struggling. That's probably not good for radio. But yeah, man, that's what keeps happening to me. I keep falling on transfers. Mikey's like producer over there just looking at me like this. What
I mean,
doing?
That's quite the scene.
It's just terrible, terrible radio. But no, it's the truth. And that's why people are like, how do you fall on your back? That's the only thing I fall on. I never nosedive forward. I keep falling on my back. So I wanted to say, if you want to get better at these transfers, you just have to remember to complete the transfer. Do not stay wobbly and just be like, whatever. I'm just going from cement to grass. You've got to focus on those transfers. But a big problem for me, Belly, is I wear really wobbly shoes. Like I don't tighten my ankles.
I mean, that's why I like wearing my Vans when I'm riding. Yeah,
you do. And I see you get all geared up and tighten up. I like just slipping on shoes and then just going and riding. So I wear they're not tied. You guys know what I'm talking about. You have shoes that are just like...
That's how I wear my New Balances.
Yeah, you just slip them on, you go. And it's good enough for walking around. But when you're riding, like, honestly, like, that doesn't help. I was thinking maybe I should just tighten my shoes, because if I keep falling, you want to stay wobbly. You don't want to stay tense when you're riding. You don't want to be tense with your legs. You want to have give in case you hit a little bit of a pothole or something. You're not just going to bounce. You have some spring in your legs. But man, those transfers are really getting me. So I just wanted to throw it out there. Be careful when you're changing terrain. If you're going from cement to grass or grass to cement or whatever, just make sure you stomp the landing when you get to the second thing you're transferring. If you're going from grass to cement, when you get to the cement, stomp it. Like, make sure your feet and your weight are on the board and firm. Otherwise, it's very easy for that board to go out from under you, and then you're just belly up. And so that was no good. I had been drinking.
Belly up.
I couldn't help it. It's so cool one-wheeling at the beach. Belly, you guys have seen me. When I'm riding around here, what kind of looks am I getting from people?
Well, since we, live near a retirement home. Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Pretty much. Yes, pretty much. Belly is on 3 hours of sleep, so if you hear it in his voice, that's why.
No. Me?
I'm calling you out.
Lack of sleep?
Lack of sleep. He's literally, that's the main, Mikey, they look at us and they go, get off my lawn. That's kind of how they look around here for the most part. We live by a retirement home. It just went up in flames. Karma's a bitch. That's not a funny joke. I'm sorry. All right. So the truth of the matter is, I was just trying to be silly. The truth of the matter is, like, when I went to the beach in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, where like nobody rides except Chris Unger is right there right now. Chris, I didn't have a chance to get to meet up with you, dude, but have an awesome time. My family came down and surprised me at the beach. It was awesome. They came down a day early. Wasn't expecting that, and it was like, what? This is amazing. So I showed them.
Let me clean up.
Yeah. And my mom and dad are like, okay, be careful. Your elbows look pretty cut up. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But I will say, at the beach, dude, all you get is people looking at you like this. What? Hang 10, so gnarly. Belly, ask the social media lounge right now what hang 10 means.
They know.
Do they?
Just to have a good time.
This is what happens when Belly's tired. He doesn't go along with things. He just shuts me down.
No.
Belly, ask the social media lounge what does hang 10
When you are
mean?
hanging 10, what are you doing, social media lounge?
I will hijack the show. We will wait for their silly answers. If you were here on Friday, don't ruin it. Does anybody in the social media lounge know what it means to hang 10?
It literally
Don't tell
means
them.
nothing is what the social media lounge says.
False. This is a surfing term, and I claimed that...
Hang your toes off the end of the surfboard from Ryan Hayford.
Now, Ryan Hayford is the answer. That's the answer. It's to hang all 10 toes off the nose of the surfboard.
Old news, says most.
Yeah, says who?
Ride barefoot. It's also called walking the nose is walking out to the nose.
That I could see. I never knew hang 10 meant having 10 toes off of the surfboard.
Move.
And from the nose.
You gotta do it on a longboard, I'm fairly certain.
Mikey, did you know that? Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
You see, Belly, it's not common knowledge, folks. I don't think that's common knowledge. For example, here's another one.
It may not be.
Do you sleep on your stomach? You sleep on your back?
Back and side.
So do I. And there are people in the social media lounge right now who are going to say, you are an idiot.
No.
Yeah, I'll bet you. Social media lounge, who sleeps on their stomach? Go ahead and tell us. I'd love to know.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Because that's not the way to sleep.
Well, I'm telling you, it's going to hurt your back. But I bet there are a lot of people out there right now who are going, wait, you sleep on your stomach? And I say, wait, you sleep on your back?
It's not about your stomach. Or it's not about your back. It's more about your interior, like your stomach. That's actually what the problem is. You're pressing against your stomach. Your digestive system doesn't have a chance to actually process.
I didn't ever think about that, but I mean, actually, the research that I did, the little research that I did on this, actually, if you sleep on your stomach, that's a good point. But also, it alleviates the natural curvature of your back, and it flattens it out, and that's a perfect way to get lower back problems. Does anybody in there sleep on their stomach?
Adam Hilker says, I sleep on your stomach.
Whoa, you strap it off. You settle down over there, magic robots. Beep, beep. It's pretty good. I know the other one that always gets people is people that wipe standing up and people that wipe sitting down. There's usually a contingency that says, wait, what? You do what? You either do one or the other, and you had no idea that the other group exists. Look at Mikey's face. Look at his face. Mikey, which one are you?
Trying to figure out which one he is.
Which one are you? You stand up or you sit down?
Plot twist, I don't wipe at all.
That is a plot twist that I need to dive into. We'll go back to Onewheels in 30 seconds. What? Get that microphone. What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. I wish you would have went with that joke.
Of course he's just kidding.
I wish you would have went with that joke. Nah.
Plot twist.
I have natural lubrication.
That's what a shower's for.
Do people realize that people do stand up? And then others who stand, do you realize that we sit? I sit.
I start sitting but end standing.
That's weird. Do you take your shirt off?
Always. Costanza. There are times for sure I will go full Costanza. Not at work. I won't do it at work. But if I'm at home, like shirt off, full comfort.
Oh my
I just
God.
picture you doing it at work now.
It's not like
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
ripping off your shirt.
No, there's too many.
Just
I'm
a
wearing
wipe.
like see at work. I'm wearing a vest, another shirt, another shirt. No, I'm not doing it at work.
Well, here's a way that you can tie that to Onewheels. Boy, oh boy.
And don't worry, I didn't bring any books in.
Yes, no red flags. What you could do to tie that to Onewheels is at the beach, where everybody's looking at me like, yeah, that's so gnarly. It's so cool. It's such a different feeling. Take your one wheel to the beach because everybody is just like excited to see you. What social
From
media?
the
lounge?
social media, how do you possibly wipe while sitting down?
Yeah, I told you. It's. I want to know how you do it standing up. I've tried standing up. You almost have to put a leg on the sink or something. I don't know how you do it. It's a freaking mess. I love our social, like our fans, our listeners. Like they tickle my funny bone, and the effort that they put in, week in and week out, just phenomenal. They're making me want to give something away.
You're not alone. Ryan Hayford's on your side.
Yes. See, you guys keep coming strong like that. You're making me want to give something away today, which we were not planning on doing. But what I wanted to say is it's very nice to one wheel at the beach because everybody accepts it. It's like, wow, that is like made for this. You got surf shops everywhere, and it's very cool. which, by the way,
How many people did you tell where to find one?
Well, anybody that stopped me. But I did see, you guys know I have a Rad Mini, Rad Power bike out, right? We also have that electric bicycle, the Rad Mini. There was one at Float Life Fest last year. I'll try to bring mine this year if I have enough room in my car. Probably not going to happen. But they have a rental station down in the Outer Banks for Rad Power bikes. Rad Power bikes has they're set up in the Outer Banks, and I saw like 3 people riding them around. What a perfect idea for the beach. My parents literally live a mile and like not even a mile from the beach, but it's too far to walk. You're not going to want to walk that. There's never any parking. We'll grab a Onewheel. Like my friend was like, "Hey, you can park in our driveway. We'll clear out a space for you because they're beachfront." And I was like, "No need. I don't drive. My car will not leave its spot for the entire week." So it was really neat to see. But like what I was going to say, how I can relate this to taking your shirts off while pooping. Apparently, the social media lounge is just going off on pooping habits now, which is great.
No, it's
Are they not? I just see.
They're trying to get off the poop.
That's good. Belly's face is just tickled. So, the truth is, I want to ride around with my shirt off. Can we ask the social media lounge? Do you recommend that? Because if you fall, you're fucked.
Yes.
Like you are in so much pain.
Especially at the beach or like riding those gravelly dirt, like especially in smaller towns like that. The roads have gravel and stuff everywhere. You fall, you're getting scratched up, beat up, all the above.
Mikey, have you ever been to the Outer Banks?
Yeah, I was there a couple weeks ago. It was a good time. I was there a couple weeks ago. It was a good time. I wasn't riding anything though.
Okay.
Seeing as
yes, clearly you can't ride yet.
I did cut my foot wide open though. 5 minutes into it.
So we'll go to break here in about 2 minutes. Belly's going to play some new tunes for you guys because I love that we were getting a lot of comments on how the tunes were way better last week. Yes, that's very true. We were throwing some new songs in there. So Belly will do that. But I wanted to throw that out there. Like, do you guys ever ride with your shirt off? Because, man, if you think about it, like, what a great way to go tanning. Like, I don't sit down. Belly and I are probably on the same page. I could see maybe Mr. Mikey being into the tanning phase. I could see him laying out by the side of a pool. Do you think he tans or no?
I don't go specifically to anywhere to tan.
Let's talk about Mikey right in front of him as if he wasn't in the room. Do you think he tans? Do you think he makes time to tan? Not necessarily fake tan, but do you think he lays out by the pool?
I think he would tan.
I think he would.
He would definitely be a pool guy.
Are you opposed to pool tanning?
No, I don't get in the water.
You don't get in the water. You just tan.
See, you did that the other day, though.
What?
You literally went to the pool right behind us here.
Yeah, because there was a feminina down there, and she was smoking hot. I wanted to make my presence known.
You went to the pool and then didn't go in the pool.
Yeah, I did. But that's true. What a great way to go tanning. I don't like just sitting around and doing nothing. Like, I get really bored. Everybody knows if you listen to the show, I probably have ADD. So, like, it's for me to just sit there and tan and, like, look at the sun. If anybody's watching Brockmire, the last one, where they're watching the sunset and they're going, so how long is this supposed to take? Was this ever fun for anyone? He's sobering up, and he's finally sober. He wants to watch a sunset, and he's watching it, and it's like, so when is this over? It's like, that's how I feel about tanning. I can watch a sunset, but as far as tanning goes, like, I'm not going to just sit by the side of the road. But if I am outside for an hour and a half every day one-wheeling, why don't I just one-wheel with my shirt off? I'll be bronzed.
There you go.
But is that a good idea? Belly, what do you think? I don't know, man. I like toy with it because I'll tell you something. If you bite it, you are done.
I mean, even if you do put on a shirt, it's not going to be one that overly protects you.
It'll be better than if you, oh my God, dude. If I didn't have, this cut on my back happened with a shirt on. That happened with a shirt on.
I'm saying, well, you also landed on a backpack with tequila in it. So it's playing.
Is it going?
It's been playing for 55 seconds.
Wow! Belly with some new jams. We're in a good mood over here today. We're going to go out and send it after this. I got a video of me failing. I've also got a video of us running suicides on a one-wheel. That's all coming up next after we talk about speed and the flight fenders that just came out. Wow, we got a lot to do. It's all right here on The Voice of Onewheel from
TTR Studios.
Guys are so hot right now.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Wester. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day.
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
Pay the man, baby.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Looch.
Welcome back, folks. Belly Matt LaBelle, producer slash co-host extraordinaire slash DJ for today. All right. Doing a good job. I like this tune, man.
DJ Belly.
Is that what your DJ name would be?
I mean, yeah, I got to stick with the belly, man.
It's hard, man. You gotta come up. DJ Lucio, people call me all the time. They're like, hi, is this DJ Lucio? And then you'll think like, well, maybe I should change my name to something better. But you know what? Once I tell them once, they'll never forget it. It's such a recognizable thing. Same thing with Luch Dog in the morning. Like, Luch Dog is my AOL screen name from like 1998. It's my first AOL screen name, Luch Dog 8. Mikey, do you know what a screen name is? Young Buck Extraordinaire.
I was 3 in 98.
Oh my God. Do you know what AOL is? Do you know what AOL is?
No.
If I say AOL... Wait, what? You don't know what AOL is?
I mean, I know what it is.
What is it?
I never used it.
We're going to play with you right now because God, this is we're not making fun of you. You're speaking for millennials right now. What is AOL?
It's like it's like Gmail chat or something. I don't know.
I mean, AOL.
Don't tell him.
AOL Instant Messenger.
That maybe. Have the
like
social media
G-chat.
lounge answer. Social media lounge. What is AOL? Let's see what the best answer is. What is AOL? If I had to ask you, what is AOL? What is your best answer?
I mean, for me, it's...
Don't say it yet. Let's just keep moving on and see what they say. I'll do some housekeeping while the answers come in. You're watching Voice of Onewheel, and you're also listening on the podcast, which you can find anywhere. So thank you guys for your time. Really, we know that this show is something that a lot of people like, but also a lot of people don't like. And that's fine. Like, if you don't like what we're doing here, I want you to have the choice to not like us. I'm not going to say, but why not? You know, I'd love your feedback. I know a lot in the beginning of feedback came in, and then a lot of people really were loving it. But, you know, I know that there are some people out there. There's a lot of riders, and we only get the viewership of a percentage of riders. And I'm like, you know, I bet there are a lot of people that maybe they think that we're just doing this for our own benefit. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. That's part of it. This is great for us. Like, we have your attention, and we have an audience that is willing to listen to us on like appointment listening. You're showing up and like setting alarms so that you can come and join us. So we're doing everything that we can. Yes, that is good for us. But we're so grateful for that, because you got to understand, when I was doing radio on the actual radio, it wasn't anything near the commitment from the listeners like you guys are showing us now. And so that's why we do these giveaways. That's why we do these, you know, Float Life funds that we raised $1,300 for the Float Life Fest for you guys and for us. I want to do that to say thank you so that you guys realize that we are in this just as much as you're in it for us. We can't thank you enough for being here for us.
From the Social Media Lounge, AOL stands for All One Wheel Love.
Touchdown!
That is a touchdown for them.
Touchdown. AOL was the internet. It was your gateway to the internet, and they would give you CDs with a certain amount of hours on it, and then that was the amount of hours you could use the internet. It was like data before data. Yeah. It was like, here's a CD with 1,500 hours of AOL. And then that's how you got on the internet. And it would take about 10 minutes to sign on with the ear.
Yeah, you can make all those sounds.
Oh, man. 30 seconds. Belly, what do I go to sleep to?
Adam goes to sleep to this sound every night and sleeps with this sound on so he doesn't hear anything else.
White noise. No, it doesn't change. It's just static.
I know. I ran out of breath.
For 12 hours straight or whatever until I wake up, and Belly hates it. So
I just can't believe you sleep to that.
It's best. It's amazing.
I bet you ghosts talk to you at night.
Probably.
Because you have that white noise on. I would love for someone with like some kind of ghost sensitive thing to come in, so that like throughout the night you got to realize this white noise is coming through. I bet you throughout the night ghosts are just shouting into your like white noise like, wake up, Adam.
Oh my God. Maybe that's why I never sleep. Maybe they're really shouting.
You have to go to the bathroom.
You have to talk about nosedives and speed. You have to piss off the whole community. Yep. And that's what I'm afraid of doing right now. But Belly makes a good point, and we're not going to shy away from a topic just because I know the listeners really don't like this topic. But it needs to be said.
Some
Belly.
do, some don't. It splits everybody.
Take it away, my friend.
Well, no, I just noticed a lot in the group lately. A lot of people have been posting speeds, and for me, I find it interesting to kind of see how fast people are going, what limits they're taking it to. But with this top speed stuff, a lot of people are just right on there saying, don't go that fast. You can't go that fast. How could you go that fast? Please don't go that fast. And I just want to say to those people, like, let those people go that fast. Let the people test the limits of this board. Like, everything that this board can do and become even more is when the limits are tested. So just let anyone take it as far as they can.
I mean, look, I'm pulling up right now. I am pulling up something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So before I do that, I didn't get it in time. I think the reason that this really bothers anybody is because there's a lot of people on the contingency of Belly right now, and they're like, dude, just let me live my life. If I want to go at 35 miles an hour, then let me. The next thing that we're going to be doing is pulling up that
I can't wait to see someone hit 30.
Okay, well, I'll bet the dude that we're on the video we're about to show, it probably hit around 30. Can we just have that ready? Don't switch over to it yet, but we're doing the drunken one-wheel one. Okay, so Belly, you help him out with that. And I just wanted to point out, go to my camera first while you guys do this. Just go ahead and hit to my camera, and then you guys can do all the behind the scenes. So, and thank you. Look, if you're worried about speed, if you're mad at what Belly just said, there's a reason for that. And you're probably thinking, yeah, all these people someone's going to get really hurt, and someone's going to ruin it for all of us. And I think that is probably where a lot of it comes from. The people who get mad at the nosediving and the speed posts, somebody basically put a post out there that said, I wonder if it would be a good idea if we could get something better, I'm paraphrasing, but something better than just pushback for nosediving, because it feels like that we could do a little bit better. How about like a beeping sound? How about like a little bit of a vibration? And you can maybe we could have the option to turn off the beep in the app if somebody doesn't like that. They really just want to go with just pushback. But I feel like there's enough information being sent to the board and to the app. Like, why can't we figure out a way, like a Segway beeps when you're close to nosediving? Those unicycles, those things, I believe they beep when you get close to nosediving. And so this guy put out a really well said, thought out post. And I was just like kind of blown away because it turned into like a whole lot of people just ripping him. And he wasn't trying to say, let's get the board to, let's modify the board in a way that we won't ever be able to ride it the same way again. Like, I think that's how people worry. They say, oh my gosh, no, don't do that to me, because now I won't be able to ride the same way I like. I don't want the beep. And the guy was like, well, dude, just have it be able to toggle it on and off. Yeah. I don't understand. I think I do understand. Excuse me. Let me start that over. When I saw this video that we're about to show you, if you're not sure how you feel about this is going to polarize you. You're either going to think that this is hilarious, or you're going to think that this is a travesty and just the dumbest thing that you could see. And I'm not calling this person dumb. I've done stupid things on the one wheel. This action was not the brightest thing that I've ever seen. Drinking and going as fast as you possibly can on a one wheel on the side of the road. And
from the social media line, it takes absolutely no skill to just mash the nose until you fall and record a 28 miles per hour top speed. If you record a high speed and don't fall, that's nice. Just don't encourage noobs to do it.
There is, okay, so that is a perfect example of the mindset. The people who ride this board, what I would say is the right way, which is really getting to know your board before you start pushing its limits. Yeah, I agree with that comment. I've never nosedived because I was going too fast. I've never nosedived because I was going up a hill, because I am that in tune with my board. And if you really practice that first, being in tune with your board. Go ahead, Belly. I'm sorry.
All right, sorry about that, folks. What Adam's talking about is a comment I made
Can we do
in regard to Chris Richardson's comment. It takes absolutely no skill just to mash the nose until you fall and record a 28-mile top speed. If you record a high speed and don't fall, that's nice. Just don't encourage noobs to do it, and that's what Adam is agreeing
Thank
with.
you. I'm sorry I had you muted. That's a really good point. Like I don't want to see somebody die because of this thing, and it could happen. I told Braxton when we were riding, if you're riding on the side of the road and you're riding as cars are coming towards you, never point your board as a car is coming towards you. Never have the board pointed towards the car that's coming towards you. Like, do a carve that goes away from, as a car is coming, carve away from the card so that if you were to nosedive randomly, because who knows, at some point maybe the board could possibly turn off, it won't, your momentum is not pointing towards the oncoming traffic, it's pointing away from it. You want to point towards the side of the path you're on that's away from the street. If a car is coming, do not be carving into the direction of the car, because if your board goes down, you can't save that. Little things like this are things that I really want to think about, and I am so afraid when I see videos like one we're about to show you, which, yes, it is hilarious after you realize the guy is fine and nobody died, but I love this board and I love this community, and the last thing that I want to see is somebody ruin it because they're not thinking about the safety behind it. They're just trying to mash and get a top speed. And look, if you want to do that, like that's what Belly's saying. Like, if you want to go fast, then go for it. I'm just saying, don't ruin it for the rest of us. I think that's what the rest of us are saying. Don't ruin it for us then. Can we show that video? Let's go ahead and show the people what we're talking about. This guy is being videoed on the side of the road from a car. And we'll just go ahead and play it for you. You're good. And we're just going to watch it. He's got a, what is that, like a 22, a Bud Light, the aluminum bottle.
Can, yeah.
And he's
Good thing
chilling.
it's aluminum.
He's at the beach. The guy's having a blast. He's got no pads on. He's got no helmet on. Watch the angle. They're yelling top speed.
Oh, you saw what he hit,
You
though.
saw. Play it again. One more time.
You saw
Play
what he
that
hit,
again.
right?
What did he hit?
You see the crack. What
Did he hit a crack?
You see the crack he hit.
And that's what happens when you're maxing the board out that much. The tiniest little crack will send you, and it's no longer a one wheel. Now it's a Leaf Tech or it's a boosted board with tiny little wheels that a crack can really end your day. We're going to show that one more time.
What really caused this nosedive wasn't as much top speed as it was.
It was the fact that he had nothing left to help him over that bump. The littlest caused his motor to be overused. You know, if he's at 99.9%
top speed.
Right there.
Boom.
He hits that crack.
That dude is fucked up right now. I guarantee it. We should reach out to him.
He's definitely got scraped.
His head hit. He hit his head. I watched it. I mean, you do it one more time. He hit his head.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
I mean, I've seen it enough times.
I want it one more time. And then when you watch this the whole time through, I was watching this going, oh my God, he's going to bite it. Oh my God. And then he fell, and I just went, oh my God.
Well, you knew he was going to bite. I'm fairly certain the comment was like...
I know, but the whole time, the anxiety. So watch this video, and does this make you laugh, or does it make you cringe?
It's...
Thank you! Top speed. Okay,
Ooh,
Belly?
yeah, that's more of a cringe
That's
for me.
a cringe for me because look, and you're the one who was saying let the guy go as fast as he wants. You started this conversation like
He's also,
that.
this guy, well, I'm sure is having a great time, obviously, until
Not
the fall.
anymore, yeah.
Wasn't wearing pads, wasn't wearing a helmet. Like, it's hard to, like, if you're going to go for it, be safe.
Mikey, what is that? I mean, you're just brand new to all of this. You don't know a one wheel from an eight wheel. So what is your original thoughts? You're just getting to know the fact you really don't even know what nosediving. Well, that is nosediving. When the board is over, there's a motor and it's only got so much power. And when you use it all for speed, the littlest bump can't keep you upright. Some of it has to go towards keeping you balanced. It's a self-balancing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you're using all of the motor to make you go fast, then it's got nothing left to keep you upright. So I'm curious of your thoughts on this entire conversation. Like, do you think people should be reprimanded for behaving like that on a one wheel, or do you think, like, dude, just let the guy go? He's the one who hurt himself. If he's not hurting anybody else.
No, I mean, like, stupid people shouldn't ride things like this. It's just there's common sense, and clearly that guy didn't have any.
Now, I don't want to call that guy stupid. We are saying what he did, I believe, was a pretty stupid thing.
That was stupid. Like,
I've done some stupid things while drunk too, so we're not attacking his character.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
And he's all right.
Which we're glad. We're glad he's all right, but
you got to be careful.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Here's a good question.
I have something
Should we legalize cocaine?
No.
Should we legalize
I have something else from the social media.
No, hold on, because I'm on something here. Hold on. why shouldn't we legalize cocaine? Because really, isn't that just keeping it illegal aren't you just saving me from my own self?
I don't know.
I'm
not
saying,
interested in cocaine.
I'm saying, why aren't all drugs legal if it's only going to hurt me? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, just like, well, I should be able to make the choice on my own. Why are you telling me on how to be safe? Why is there a left turn signal? I don't need a left turn signal. I will make a left on a green light when I see that there's no cars coming.
That's called a yield.
Yes, I understand that. I can yield, but now there's a red light at the left turn lane because idiots don't know how to do it. And that's what Mikey's saying. Like, stupid people shouldn't be allowed to make decisions. Well, then none of us get to, because we have to regulate everything to the point where no drugs are legal. Weed makes you go to jail. You have to have a red light to tell you when to go left or, green or red. That's kind of, is this a random rant? Does this make any sense to you?
It's the abuse factor. People abuse things like that. So.
Yeah.
And it ruins it for the rest of us. I think that's why people get so mad at speed and nosediving, because it's like, do not fuck this up for me, because I'm not going to be riding like that. And people are going to start making laws, and they're going to, or maybe they get sued. Maybe this guy goes and sues Future Motion, and then we don't have the company anymore that we love so much. That's why this is such a polarizing topic.
Future Motion has protected themselves from things.
Yeah, but dude, all they say is you read the manual and you took the sticker off. So now it's on you. And man, I just hope people, that's why we don't want people encouraging that kind of riding.
Sure. Also from the Social Media Lounge, some are more concerned about people riding through malls, riding through crowded areas, riding through places that attract negative attention, where you kind of become a nuisance more than a positive rider. And that's what people are more worried about. Can we call that
person out? Who is that person?
That's the Float Life.
That is the best comment of the day so far. Yeah. That is the best comment of the day so far. When I see people riding through a mall, through a Walmart, taking pictures and videos saying, yeah, I just told them that it was a mobility device. First of all, you want to go and get somebody on the line up here who's got a mobility issue. You want to go get the lady downstairs and ask her how she feels about that we're just using her mobility device excuse so that we can ride around on a Walmart.
Not good.
I don't think that's a good idea at all, folks. We're talking about plus one-wheeling and trying to get, go pick up trash and have etiquette be a part of one-wheeling. And then you got people riding around in a freaking Walmart or a mall where clearly that's not what this is for. And that's going to add negative attention. Please stop doing that. Like, do not ride it through a store. It's cool that you got away with it, but it only takes one manager to say, what the fuck is that thing? What the fuck is that thing? I'm calling this company. I'm making laws. And now all of a sudden, we all are lumped into, dummy who's riding around in places they shouldn't be.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Do I sound pretentious right now? I get really frustrated at this. This is why I didn't want to talk about it. Because I get fired up, and I know when my tone goes bad, then I lose half the listeners. But then the other half goes, yeah! So it's like, it is what it is, man.
We're here for the halves.
Yeah, we're here for the truth. I mean, Jeff, thank you. That's a really good comment. I couldn't agree more. Like, please make sure that you realize that you're riding around and we're at grassroots thing. We're starting something that could end up going huge. You got fucking Spikeball on ESPN. Give me a one-wheel show.
Right.
Cornhole
championships.
Yeah, give me a break. Mikey, what is up with that,
ESPN 8 the Ocho. Get one wheels.
So this stuff fires me up. Do you want to talk flight fenders, Belly?
A little bit, yeah.
Should we do that? We could do that. I want to take us to a quick break. Let's do this guy. Very good from the Social Media Lounge today. Very, very good job. Thank you, folks. We've got an update on the flight fenders. I got Michael Wilson, who's just texted me all kinds of information as I asked for. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, man. We'll clear all this up because I got my flight fenders in the mail, and I had a little issue because you guys know I have some foot pads on, and I couldn't figure out how to make this work. So we're going to talk about that next, and we'll finish with some funny videos for you guys because you love seeing me fall with pads on and in the grass. That's the difference. It's all coming up next on the Voice of One Wheel
at TTR Studios YouTube.
Really funny, real quick. Belly never knows what I'm going to say. Take it back, bring it back. He never knows what I'm going to say at the end. And I just look at him and I always set him up. And then whatever he says, it just tickles me. And I always try to give him an eye when I know I'm throwing it to him. Because sometimes I'll just say, stay right there. So he's just got to read my face with the music on. And I'll say, it's the Voice of One Wheel
at TTR Studios.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I gonna eat today? I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays those tacos are buy one get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. Marinateyourlife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had. Welcome back, folks. It's your boy Luch Dog hanging out with you on a Tuesday morning. We are having a blast with Belly, Matt LaBelle, and Mikey. Dude, we got to get a name for you. You want to do it on air real fast? Let's go. I was thinking Pretty Boy, but that's kind of rude. Call Pretty Boy. You know you got Pony. Because you know you got Pony Boy. He's got the sun-kissed tan skin and the golden surfer hair. So, you know, what would you like to be called? Do you have a name for yourself? Pretty Boy? So good. You call him PB&J? Welcome back, folks. God, we have fun doing this with you guys. Go Caps! Now, we got this in the mail. Flight fenders. Very excited. Flight fender and fins. So, I just wanted to say to the fellows at the flight fenders and the flight fins, Michael and Ori, thank you guys. Really appreciate you. I bought them. I paid for them. They shipped in June. And Mikey's looking at me like, what the hell are those things? The fender, it's only halfway. It goes over your wheel. And then it's got this, let's see, how can you see it? It's got these fins on them. You can hook your foot into them and lift up. You can lift up on the board.
Turn the music up.
Yeah, just give them a little.
No, it's clipping the audio. Not
nice.
sure why.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, they're not getting what you're saying
What?
when the audio's playing.
Yeah, dude, that happens sometimes. I gotta look at those settings. So these flight fins, they're something that you can put. It's almost like having bindings on a skateboard, or on a snowboard, but they don't enclose, so you can easily get out of them. But you can lift up and do jumps now, right? If the one wheel's in the middle, then you can like, there's two of them.
That makes a lot more sense. I was like, what is
that
thing
right?
doing?
Now the problem
They make you fly.
the problem with this is you'll see there are indentions. You put this over your foot pad, right? So just like any fender, you're going to put the fender goes on top of the foot pad. The problem with this is that we were sent those Pro Ride pads, and we were very excited to ride with them. I know Braxton Blue loves these Pro Ride foot pads to the point where like he won't let me even go near my own board anymore. He's like, no, stay away, don't touch it, it's perfect. So. All right, well, little did he know, these flight fins came, so I was like, well, I'm putting the fender on. Good luck, buddy. Sorry, I still want to see. I want to know what these are like. And I have a real fender on my actual XR, the one that I ride. So I went to put these on, and they wouldn't fit. The screws aren't long enough to get them to fit on top of a foot pad that's on top of a foot sensor. So that's the problem. The foot pad is a certain height, and they made the flight fenders for that height. The screws are only for that height. So when you have any kind of pad on, it's not long enough. So I reached out to Michael, who makes the flight fins and the flight fenders, with his brother Ori, and I wanted to ask him. I was just saying, hey, you know, can you tell me the type of screw? Because all it really is I think I just need a screw that's like 1/8 of an inch longer. It's just tiny, a little bit longer. And what he said is people actually shaving down the front edge of the foot pad we're talking about a 1/4 of an inch, just enough for that part of the screw to be able to fit flush, because what you're seeing is a foot pad that's, you know, the stock foot pad that Future Motion makes, and then on top of it you're putting about 1/8 of an inch with any foot pad you make. The Cobra pad, the Pro Ride pads. I don't know if it is compatible with the One Tail Plus yet, but this is straight from the guys that make the flight fins, because I wanted to come in here and just start talking about it, and Belly just started yelling at me. Did you do your research? Did you reach out to the guys? Is there a fix for this? Did you search the forums? systems, and that's why he is who he is, and that's why he's the best person on the planet for this show.
I didn't want him to come on here and just fire off.
And I'm because you know me, I'm a pit
then he'd
bull.
be shooting blanks.
Well, I'm a pit bull, dude. I see something and whatever's in front of me, I just start barking at it.
I load the gun for him. That's what it is.
You've got to load the gun for me and tell me that it's safe to shoot.
Yep.
And I wasn't mad at the flight fins. I was just a little frustrated because I've been waiting for these things for like 2 months. Now I've got these pads on. I didn't realize this was going to now make it so that I can't get these fenders on. So what the guys from the company said, which we really do appreciate them reaching out at like 7 o'clock in the morning in California. I gave them like no time to think about this. And they were just like, hey, here is the answer. I'm quoting from Mike, and I really do. Again, thank you, Mike. Yes, the fender is not compatible technically with the foot pad systems. People are shaving down the foot pads in the area of the fender where the of the fender feet. But as far as I know, this is the only way at this point to make it work with foot pads as well. Feel free to hit me up and we can have a chat about it. When I say foot pad systems, I mean the first Cobra pad. As far as I know, the second one will be compatible. The One Tail and the Sure Stance Pro also need to be shaved down to make them work. Same goes for the Pro Ride pads. Same goes for the Pro Ride pads. Now, what's weird about this is that a fender fits over my Cobra pad. So I want to try now. A regular stock one-wheel fender fits on my Cobra pad, which is definitely more... higher up, it's higher up than the regular foot pad. So I want to try this out. I want to see if I can get the flight fenders on top of this stock Cobra pad. But this is something that you got to just make sure that you know going ahead. And thank you, Michael, for clearing this up. And I wonder if we could just buy. Can I just buy a little bit longer of a screw? That's my other question. What's going on in the social media lounge?
Well, they're referring to your pit bull comment. More like a Chihuahua.
Excuse me.
Or a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yay, yay. Get the bar at la fiesta.
Or a Shih Tzu.
Hey,
So you've got a few dog options. Pitbull's not one of them.
What did they give me? A Shih Tzu and a
Shih
Chihuahua?
Tzu, Jack Russell Terrier, I could see.
I'd take a JRT. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Are they saying I'm all bark and no bite? Is that what they're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, yeah, mostly all bark. I bet you those dogs bite too. They've got little needle teeth.
And I'm tiny, so that is true. Hey, man.
The only dog I've ever been bitten by in my entire life was a small, tiny dog.
Yeah.
And it bit my finger. It was terrible.
Not like the time that I was one-wheeling around in a park. I looked down because I had my both headphones in, and I turned around. There's a German Shepherd at my shoulder jumping in the air. I told that story. Man, definitely scared the... I had to go home and...
And one woman,
I had to go home and stand up and wipe afterwards.
One woman, one wheel would like to confirm that is what they're saying. All bark, no bite.
All bark, no bite. Thank you, Amanda. All right, I love our fans. You guys are the best. You know we got thick skin over here. If I'm a Chihuahua, that just means you guys are. What is our social media lunch? They're more like a Labrador, very loyal.
Yeah.
Right. Very energetic, enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's show the videos. I want to do something fun.
Yep.
Not that this hasn't been a blast, but yes, if you are getting your flight fins in the mail, the flight fenders, just make sure if you have any foot pads on, you're probably going to have to take a little sanding to the front part so that they can fit flush, but no big deal. I'm really excited to do that. And thank you, Michael, for telling me that's the fix so that I can go and do that and try these things out today for the first time.
From Luke Scare. I've never seen that name
welcome to the show, Luke. All right, bud.
Social media lounge before. He MacGyvered the flight fender to work with the Future Motion Pro Pad, long screws and a spacer, no shaving needed.
Call me right now. 571-354. I need to talk to this guy. 571-354-7338. It's on the bottom of the screen. You can see it on the scroll. Luke, welcome to the show. I need your input. 571-354-7338. Just watch that phone because if he calls, I want to talk to this dude.
Got it.
All right, I want to talk to this dude. 571-354-7338. We can learn from you. Again, thank you to Michael and Ori for making these things and for giving us the best way to get these on so that we can have the best of both worlds. Flight fins, flight fenders, and a foot pad. So if that dude calls in, that would be great. If you could please, Mikey, set up. I'm sorry, pretty boy. If you could set up. I don't want to call him that. That feels like I'm making fun of him.
Yeah, that also.
I don't like that.
Now you're gonna start.
Can we call it? You want to call him Peeps?
You're gonna start becoming attracted to him. You gotta be careful. This boss intern relationship you've got going on is gonna cross the line
very inappropriate.
at some point.
This is borderline harassment.
Hey, pretty boy. I was called Daddy all week. Like, I don't know how I like nicknames that much anymore.
What if we call him Peebs? We'll call him Peebs. Okay, I'll find something else.
We'll figure it out.
He would make his own nickname. Do we have that up? Is that ready to be shown?
He's cast and crew. Get it?
Cast and crew. Very nice. I want to show the one. Let's go into my Google Drive and let's show first. You guys want to see suicides or do you want to see me falling?
I know what the group wants to see, but let's start with suicides.
Is that probably me falling? All right, so save that for the end.
Yeah.
Start with suicides. This is actually pretty funny. We wanted to start doing something. Before you hit play, just load up the video and put it on the screen and then just be ready to hit play, but have it paused, please. What I want to start doing, we were talking about the scavenger hunt, which I have not done a good job of putting together for you guys. That's my bad. I got to do that. But you guys came in with some really good ideas. What I would like to start doing is coming up with a level playing field that we could all use and then doing time trials around that. Watching the Race for the Rail really made me jealous about trying to race other people, trying to see what kind of trials I could get, time trials on a consistent track, right? So Braxton Blue and I were riding around one day and we were starting to realize, what if we put out like a set of cones and then they were 20 feet away and then we started doing like daily challenges so that you knew that the distance of the cones apart was 20 feet. All you had to do is go and video yourself doing something at 20 feet and then we do a challenge for the day. So like today the challenge is a crazy 8. Go set up 2 cones that are 20 feet apart and you've got to cleanly do a crazy 8 around and you've got to time it, right? Screenshot of the time.
4 laps or something.
Whatever we wanted to do. And then we can all compete from the comfort of our own homes and cities and towns.
And I like this one. I like this.
You
one
like this
you're
idea?
about to do. I like this idea a lot. Like it's not just about like a time trial on a track, but also like time trial. It's kind of like you're at the combine.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be like a one-wheel combine. Yes, show them the suicides. Now this isn't a stock basketball court, so we weren't able to time it, but this was just us screwing around. And I'm going to tell you, transferring left and right. Ooh. You're going to see Brax. He's about to... I mean, this is my boy here. He's going...
Push it, kid. Let's go.
This is suicides on a basketball court. He went to the free throw.
Dude,
now he's going
don't lean so hard on the transfers. You're going to go down.
Half court.
I'm working hard. I know you are. Oh, my God.
I think touching the ground is cheating, by the way. That helps your transfer.
You're supposed to touch the line.
Yeah, you are. But on a one wheel, that helps the going forward, then now going backwards transfer. The forward to backward transfer.
There you go.
That's why he's not nose
Finish.
diving.
Don't fall. Finish.
So we're just screwing around.
Interesting idea. I like it.
No big deal.
Back and forth. Just one of those events you can kind of add to it.
Just something that we can every week. We can say this week's challenge. Go out on a stock basketball court, run a suicide, post your time. This week's challenge: 20-foot cones. 3 crazy 8s, no nose diving, no jumping off the board. You got to clean it.
Mile track.
Track,
just a round circle, kind of like a NASCAR.
Now, this would be, honestly, promoting speed. So if you're going to do any of this, just make sure you pad up and, we can do grass stuff. I'm fine with doing it in the grass. I want people to stay safe, but yeah, I do want to kind of push it and compete. I want to start adding a level of competition here, which I think would be fun. So in the social media lounge, do you think that's a good idea?
Well, let's see. From Rebecca Randolph, I went down hard doing this once.
With the suicides?
Adam Hilliker, yo, I love the shuttle runs on the one wheel.
Awesome.
So no, those are good ideas. Bradley Michael Spence has another info for you. Bear Walker makes custom foot pad that works with the flight fenders.
Dude, and it is sexy. It is sexy. Dude,
he's turned on right now.
I'm turned on by the foot pad.
Strap it on, folks. That's a touchdown. Got him.
That was good. I don't know where strap it on. I think it's from Super Troopers when they throw him the gun and he goes, strap it on. That's where I see it from. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing to do with strap-ons. Just So the second video. So think of things to do, and if you want, we'll start. You know what? We'll do that. We will start posting a challenge per week, and then everybody will do it so that you have a certain distance, and then you can time it, and we can all compete with each other. Mikey, what do you got?
It's not working.
What's not working? Into the microphone. What's not working? Talk to the people so they know.
Invalid parameters.
Something is wrong with this video.
Your fall. We just played it.
Click out of it. That's bullshit.
We gotta get this working. You know you guys want to watch him fall.
Yeah, you know they do. Click the second one.
I want to watch it.
Invalid parameters, dude.
Oh, that is not okay.
Just watch this.
Wow, I literally just watched. All right, well, we only have 5 minutes of show left. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and I will post that in all of the groups. If you're not in any of the groups and you're watching this because you're just new to this stuff, go ahead and check out the Onewheel Owners group, the Onewheel Riders group. There's a lot of fun stuff out there. If you're a female, check out the Float Queens. And if you are a listener, you're welcome because Belly and Mikey just figured it out. Show the people. This is just... Now, the setup to this is, before you hit play, you can switch the screen over. Just don't hit play yet. You'll see this, you can see this grass bank here. Now, I'm going to be coming from the right of the screen, and I'm trying to send it at full speed, and I'm trying to lift the nose as I get to the edge on the right so that I can kind of get some air on this not so steep grass hill. What I'm finding are these little grass hills that instead of riding them down the hill, I'm trying to go so fast when I get to the edge of it that I actually get air. And so that is the setup. Mikey, show the people.
See, he always falls on his back, that guy.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, that was on my back.
We're good.
So you can hear me yell. Go ahead and do it one more time. Just hit replay. I'm going to mute our mics.
Did I get air? I think so.
Did I get air?
So.
I just want
Let's
air.
review. Did he get air,
So
folks?
let's do that. Can we do it in slow motion? Did I get air? Go back to the beginning and then on the air, use the arrows to go scene by scene. Oh, I think that's air.
I think you had a slight air.
But I didn't clean it. That's the thing. It sucks. I wanted that clean.
So.
One more. Did he get air? Did he get air? Talking about
Did
himself.
he get air, folks?
That's a yes. That's a yes.
You may have clipped the top of the grass blades.
I'll post the video of this in the group. So
Did
you
he
can
get
see it.
air?
But the question is, did I
Put it on the poll.
air? Good job, dude. God, you guys are the best. I've had a blast. As always, Magic Robots, beat.
We got one. Definitely got air.
Yes, thank you. Check out the Float Life. They've got all kinds of sidekicks and foot pads, and they've got stands, and of course, the, what am I thinking of? Why am I, float plates. There you go. All right, so folks, we've had an awesome time with you guys. We really do appreciate it. You know you're going to want one of those back pads. You're going to want a foot pad at some point, and that's the only reason I brought up the flight fins, because you know you're going to want those too. So I just want you guys to be able to use them together and have fun while doing so. What? I'll take some more social media lounge.
I don't know. Air requires clearing grass.
Oh, get out of here!
A couple of inches.
Get out of here!
Hey, inches is what you were looking for. There's the JTR coming out.
Oh, we got to get out of here. Belly, say bye to the people.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. It was a great day. You can oh, wait, no, that's pods. No, guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, it's a pleasure having you. We'll see you again Tuesday, but if not, see you tomorrow because we're giving away $100. Hopefully, if one of you people who tune in here, tune in there, win $100. Let's do it.
You've got a chance because most of the people who listen live tomorrow have already won and don't have a chance to win second time in a row. I only give it away once. So if you are new to the show, Luch Dog in the Morning, check us out. It's basically like this. It's just more fun, less Onewheels. So, I mean, that's the honest truth. It's just as much fun, if not more. We just don't talk as much about Onewheels, but I do still talk about them. And we give away $100 every show in June. So good luck. You will have a very good chance of winning it if you tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here on TTR Studios. For everybody here from Studio A, it's your boy Luch Dog.
And it's going to I got nothing for this. I was not ready. It's TTR Studios. Go to LITMradio.com. Donate to the Float Life Fed. Do it all.
Just have a great day. Get a float on. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.